Oh, hi, I'm ZZ Slop of Fog City Rollers, and you're watching Canuck Derby TV.
It's not true.
It's not just about the shorts. It's about inspiring others. It's about having fun and making new friends. It's about getting hit down and getting back up again. It's about being a team. Pivot Star. It's about roller derby.
Friends, family, and fans of Canadian Flat Track Roller Derby, welcome back to the second half of the final of the 2013 Beast of the East between La Racaille and the Slaughter Daughters. I'm the Derby Nerd here with Tipsy McStaggers, and Tipsy, 43-41 is the score. What an opening half.
I know, man.
And they're underway again here quickly for this final half of roller derby in what has been an absolutely outstanding tournament. And Amanda Pummler out through first. She's got to fight off K-Dog and Nameless Horror, though.
And some juking and jiving, slipping and slide, and she's your lead jammer.
Nice move on the inside for Amanda Pummler, and then Melly Wana with a nice move of her own to cut through the center of the pack. She's through, but she's got a lot of track to make up. Oh, and Amanda Pummler flying through. She's going to pick up at least 3 points on that pass, and that is it, 3 points.
Yeah, more important to get that shutout on the jam than make it sure it's a full 4.
Wonderful job by the Slaughter Daughters there in the first half. They started out a little rough, and some penalty troubles, fell behind, but just calmly worked their way back into it and have now taken the lead, and they're up 46-41 now early on in the second half of this final. Interesting start.
Yep, they got the La Racaille skaters up by the pivot line, and a nice bridge being held by Eastern Blocker in between them, keeping all the skaters in play.
Falcon Punch out there to jam against Carnage, and Falcon Punch through first. She is your lead jammer.
She's been on fire this tournament, and it's carrying it over into the finals.
A Carnage now trapped behind a 2-wall of green at the front.
A lot of hustle and muscle trying to work her way through, but she's still stuck. Gets a little bit of space now, and she makes her way through the pack.
Sneaky Devil doing a nice job of holding her up. I can only hold her for so long, and 4 points picked up for Falcon Punch, 46-45. Neither team able to shake off the other, as it should be in the final of the Beast of the East.
When you're looking at a championship game, you expect that there's some parity amongst the teams, and we are showing you that right here, right now. 1 point difference at the end of the first half. And here we are, 46-45, with just about 2 minutes played in the second half.
4-3 pack advantage for La Racaille. It's a Sister Disaster. She's going to have to watch it this game. She's running into some penalty trouble here. She is back in the box. It's Soul Wrecker out there, Jimmy, but Leg Sati has an inside line and runs into Hannah Murphy. That's never a good experience, and she is forced all the way to the back of the back, allowing Soul Wrecker through the front. Lead jammer, Slaughter Daughters.
And Hannah Murphy just booting her way to the front of the pack again, making sure that she's the last line of defense for any skater who wants to try to score points on her team.
And Hannah Murphy has always been one of the best skaters in this country. 4 points picked up for Soul Wrecker, but this year she just seems a little quicker, a little stronger,
it's
a little fitter.
Off-skate training regime has increased her athleticism. She's always been an athlete on the derby track, but she's taken it to the next level over the last 2 years.
Yeah, fans of Canadian Derby will remember how amazing she was at the 2011 World Cup for Team Canada. A last-minute addition to that team as well. Proved her worth. DDT out there now against Nameless Horror. This is the first time these two have been matched up in this game. And Nameless Horror, again, that big, strong blocker for Racaille, working her way through.
Trying to counteract a little bit of the strength in the blocking that the Slaughter Daughters bring to the table, but DDT hustles her way through, and she is your lead jammer. Just about a quarter track length between her and Nameless Horror.
And Nameless Horror finally able to break through that front wall of Margaret Choke, an Eastern blocker. And Nameless Horror, of course, spent 2 years skating for Les Skids. So she has a lot of experience. No points being called, and a procedure being called on Nameless Horror.
She blasted her way through after the fourth whistle, and I believe she knocked Margaret Choke down to the ground.
That was it. Yes, 2 referees were very quick to call that. So Nameless Horror heading to the penalty box. Her size and strength becoming an issue. Power jam. Slaughter Daughters, this could be a critical moment in this game that has been neck and neck.
We've got Amanda Pummeler up against a 4-wall. All of the skaters. Hannah Murphy in trying to bust open a hole there and stays in bounds, keeps her feet in. Amanda Pummeler's your lead jammer.
Amazing footwork from Amanda Pummeler. She is your lead jammer on this power jam, and it's a 4-3 pack advantage now for the Slaughter Daughters. K-Dog is goated right now at the back of the pack, trying to fight her way through that trap. Hannah Murphy.
Oh, excellent juking and jiving. 2 Racaille blockers, including pivot Slavic Slayer, could not hold back Amanda Pummeler.
Hannah Murphy into the penalty box now for the Slaughter Daughters. That's a big loss for them. Amanda Pummeler able to sneak through. Does collide with Slavic Slayer, though, and falls down.
Screaming Meanie Massacre opened up a hole for Amanda Pummeler to get back on the track. Amanda Pummeler calls off the jam. I think she had already earned her points, but wanted to get that extra one for the Grand Slam.
And also very timely call off with 3 seconds remaining on the penalty for Nameless Horror, and that means the Slaughter Daughters can start this next jam with a power start, but very quickly Nameless Horror will be back on the track. A very spread out start now. Carnage talking with the big block on the jam line.
Carnage, again, being in her first year with Rideau Valley, having an excellent start to her season, but still she's a rookie, and she needs the support of her veteran teammates.
Hard to believe that Carnage, such a composed skater out there, is a rookie, but she is. 3-wall of block at the back. Nameless Horror does a nice juke to get the big block out of the way. Margaret Choke also beaten, and Nameless Horror is through as well, but Carnage is your lead jammer.
Yep, the big block making her way to the penalty box. Going to have to keep an eye on this again. There will be 5 penalties before you foul out of a game, but still, 5 is not a lot in this new rule set.
No, and the big block did foul out of the last game for the Rideau Valley Vixens, so she will have to watch that as well. Now 64-45, the Slaughter Daughters building into the biggest lead so far of what has been an extraordinarily tight final.
But the way these teams have gone back and forth in this tournament, topsy-turvy, doesn't matter when you're holding the lead at the midpoint of the game, you got to make sure you hold that lead at the last second.
Exactly, and 4-2 pack advantage here for Racaille. Hannah Murphy is standing, though. She will be back on the track shortly. Falcon punch once again.
In tight against Annihilator and Blackout Susan. Gives just enough space and room for Soul Wrecker. She's your lead jammer.
And Hannah Murphy back on the track and already knocking Falcon punch out of bounds.
That's it. She caught her.
She did, yes.
It'll be a power jam for the Slaughter Daughters.
Stutter step by Falcon punch, trying to stay in bounds, but her momentum would not allow her to stop. Tough break for Racaille. Massive opportunity for the Slaughter Daughters.
Soul Wrecker can keep it clean and stay on the inside and not get herself in any other penalty trouble, and drops up another 5 points. This is the kind of jam you need out of Soul Wrecker at this point in the game.
Boy, the Slaughter Daughters have come out of the halftime ready to go, and they have come out guns a-blazing, building a massive lead here. And a nice block, though, by Racaille. Slavic Slayer getting a lot of track time as the pivot in green for the Montreal Roller Derby.
Now it looked like Soul Wrecker going further back than she needed to, but I think she wanted a couple steps to gain some momentum when she got back into that pack.
Yeah, also I think both these teams trying to play a little conservatively.
One player to beat, cuts to the inside,
Oh!
stays on her feet. Excellent juke by Soul Wrecker.
Soul Wrecker, who really made her name at this tournament back in that final in 2011, proving once again her value to the Slaughter Daughters. Power start now here for DDT. And the three skaters of the Slaughter Daughters down 4-3 pack advantage for Racaille. .11:43 remaining in this Beast of the East final. 79-45 is your score differential. The Slaughter Daughters in control right now. Falcon Punch coming to the penalty box, back on the track.
She's trying to motor her way through the front. She's up tight against Sister Disaster. Finds a little bit of space. I think she's going to make it through. Looks like Falcon Punch is your lead jammer.
And DDT having a hard time. Meliwana in the pack now. She's been jamming a lot for Racaille, but a phenomenal skater. Nameless Horror with a big hit on DDT.
Really trying to take the physical play to the Slaughter Daughters, and it seems to be successful.
Oh, and a cut by DDT. Oh, and she knew it as it happened. She came onto the track. A nice little move by Meliwana to force that cut. Falcon Punch is on a power jam, and she picks up another 5 points.
Racaille getting a lot of momentum from this Montreal favorite crowd right now.
Just when it looked like the Slaughter Daughters were about to take control of this bout, the Racaille composes themselves, come back, and they are now on a power jam with a massive opportunity to come back in this game.
Oh, that. And they're calling a direction of gameplay penalty on Sister Disaster when the collision that she had. They're trying to stay in bounds.
Sister Disaster up slowly. And she is skating to the penalty box now, and that's another penalty pickup for Sister Disaster. She is in danger. Oh, and Matisfaction has to explain to her that...
I'm not sure she realizes that she's getting the penalty.
Sorry.
Well, off she goes now.
Sorry that you were hurt, but...
Yeah.
Please go to the penalty box.
No, should probably take this opportunity to thank someone who has been, as we said, click to donate.
Yeah.
If you are watching at home and you see the little donate button up on the top, help keep Canuck Derby TV free for people watching high-quality content in Canada, just like Peggy did.
Peggy, mother of Leg Cité. She is one of the supporters who has now become a sponsor of Canuck Derby TV. We thank you very much, Mama Legs.
Yep, you too could become a sponsor just by clicking and donating.
That's right, and your daughter is out there right now, and she has just established a penalty.
Oh, but no! She's just established a power jam.
Yes. Looked like she was about to get lead jammer, but Leg Cité off to the penalty box. Another power jam for the Rideau Valley Slaughter Daughters.
Oh, it is loud in this arena, ladies and gentlemen.
79-54 is the lead, under 10 minutes to go in the final of the 2013 Beast of the East. DDT battling through a front two wall. Slavic Slayer there. One to beat. Slavic Slayer out of play. DDT is your lead jammer now, working a short power jam.
There's 1 point solidly goaded at the pack for DDT. That'll be an easy one for her. Now she sees the little opening, gets it taken away by Slavic Slayer, and Clara O'Key.
Yeah, Clara O'Key with some nice hits, and Slavic Slayer right now a very strong two-wall. DDT forced to go behind and reset. One to beat. She gets past Slavic Slayer, calls it off. 5 points picked up.
Yep. Big jam when she needs it by DDT.
30 points is the lead. 9 minutes remaining. 84-54. Holy crap. What a final.
And what a serial.
And what a serial. Most amazing, I've heard.
Yes. You know what else is amazing?
What?
Georgia W. Tush.
She is pretty amazing. And she also, I heard, owns a roller derby store.
Neon Skates with hoses here in Ottawa and Montreal, and skateneon.com.
Underway, Meliwana out there, number 420 in the green to jam for Racaille, but it's Amanda Pummeler for the Slaughter Daughters, taking a little bit of a fall.
But both jammers still stuck in the back of the pack, trying to make their way through on their initial pass.
Amanda Pummeler sees an inside lane, but it's quickly closed by Nameless Horror.
She takes up a lot of space out there.
And Amanda Pummeler, takes a massive hit from Nameless Horror.
And stays upright.
Wow.
Nameless Horror called, I believe, on a high block for that one, or direction of gameplay.
Wow, Amanda Pummeler able to absorb that hit from one of this sport's strongest hitters,
Yep.
especially in Canada.
Yep.
And Amanda Pummeler picks up some points and calls it off. Boy, what a performance by Amanda Pummeler.
Yeah, key jams by some key riots, slaughter daughter jammers. I'm sorry, it's been about, there was 14 hours of Derby yesterday?
Yeah.
We're on our 7th hour of Derby today.
That's right.
There's a lot of names, a lot of teams, so.
That's right. Thank you for tuning into it all. If you have, the Beast of the East is a pretty special tournament every year, but this year has taken it up another notch. Underway, Carnage sees an inside lane. Following her closely is Falcon Punch. Neither jammer to get through. Looks like Falcon Punch has a clear lane. Hannah Murphy trying to close it off.
Same with A Nylander trying to close. Oh! Falcon Punch is your lead jammer, but she's got a Carnage-shaped shadow right behind her.
Yeah, Hannah Murphy unable to knock down Falcon Punch, but slowed her down just enough to allow Carnage to come through. Blackout Susan heading to the penalty box. The Slaughter Daughters pivot. That'll
be a use of the hands penalty for Blackout Susan. That's another skater that may be getting herself into some penalty trouble.
You know, Blackout Susan, it is worth mentioning. She's been a longtime member of the Slaughter Daughters, but I got to say, she has really stepped it up this season, it seems.
Yep.
She has had a great tournament for the Daughters. She's also was one of the founding members of the Vixens on the travel team. She's having a great tournament. Has been wearing that stripe pretty much the whole time.
She doesn't have a very flashy style of gameplay, but it's her steadiness and her consistency that is probably her biggest asset to the Slaughter Daughter team. And the Vixens.
Peggy, we know you're watching. Here's your daughter once again, Leg City, and this time she does get through cleanly. She's your lead jammer. Oh, she didn't realize it.
Oh, cycles herself to the back.
But you know, sometimes it's better safe than sorry, and she's playing conservatively. Doesn't want to go back to the penalty box. She does have control of this jam, despite the fact that Soul Wrecker's ahead. Oh, she takes a look. I think she's going to look for some
little jammer
on jammer action. Holy crap, we've got a jammer race.
Yeah, Soul Wrecker really not giving her the opportunity.
And Leg Cité very smartly calls that off.
Well, that was a couple wasted seconds on that clock there. And we're down to about 5:30 left to play in the second half. And you're looking at a deficit. Maybe you want to end that jam and line it up again and try to get the advantage.
Yeah, this is a big lead right now for the Slaughter Daughters. 87-54, 33 points is the difference. 5:20 on the clock.
That's totally within striking distance for La Racaille. That's a power jam away.
We've already seen a 40-point power jam this weekend, so we know that it is possible. Meliwana now up against Hannah Murphy. What a great battle at the front of the pack. Yep. Hannah Murphy has to let her go. Meliwana is your lead jammer. DDT having a hard time at the back of the pack. Shim Shady having a nice tournament and a nice game for La Racaille.
Oh! Meliwana makes her move, and that's 5 points for her. DDT finally breaks through the pack. See if she can catch up.
Sparkle and Mame, another long-time veteran for La Racaille, holding off DDT for as long as she possibly could. It's a 4-3 pack advantage for La Racaille as Meliwana comes around to score. Lots of green, though, at the back of the pack. They're going to have to be very careful. Mel is through. How many did she pick up on that final pass? Four more points. 87-62 is your updated score. 25 points is the difference. 4 minutes remaining on the clock.
Ooh.
Oh, boy, oh boy. What a final to the 2013 Beast of the East here on Canuck Derby TV.
If you're at home and you're watching this game with a group of friends, maybe at your house, maybe at a place of business. But anyways, if you're having a viewing party, feel free to take a picture of you and your friends watching Canuck Derby TV. Send it in to Johnny Kaput, post it on their Facebook page. Let us know how you're having fun while Amanda Pummeler and both Falcon Punch make their trip to the penalty box. They will be swapping out about 2 seconds each.
Both jammers picking up simultaneous penalties. Falcon Punch will get out quickly. Amanda Pummeler will only serve about 5 seconds, and they're both back on the track.
Now this should still qualify as both their initial passes.
4-3 pack advantage for La Racaille. Amanda Pummeler comes in hot, hits Slavic Slayer. Nice block by the big block. Try and free some space, but a Falcon Punch comes through the inside.
But Thing is, this jam's going to go down for the full 2 minutes. That means it's going to eat up at least a minute 11 more on the clock. Really, each jammer, unless this turns into a power jam, this is going to eat up a lot of clock seconds here, which could work to the Slaughter Daughters' advantage.
Yeah, totally. This is, I'm sure the Slaughter Daughters, this is as good as a lead jam for them. Amanda Pummler doing a great job staying on her feet as Slavic Slayer pounds into her. Pushing around Claire O'Key there. Nice hit.
Really, Amanda Pummler just has to keep pace with Falcon Punch.
Sister Disaster back into the penalty box. 4 more points picked up for Falcon Punches. 3 is through, and Amanda Pummler having a real hard time at the back of the pack.
But
finally,
there she sees. She has an outside line with one body left to beat. Stays and down!
Stays on her feet. Unbelievable skating from Amanda Pummler.
She'll pick up those 4 points, erasing the deficit on that jam for her.
Amazing performance by all of these skaters on the track right now, and that is the end for Sister Disaster. 5th penalty picked up. Oh, a big hit at the back of that pack.
Little fun fact for you, I do believe that makes 2 years in a row where Sister Disaster has fouled out of
the championship final. Oh, that's right. Sister Disaster, she's out of this game. That's a big loss for the Slaughter Daughters. They are nursing a 23-point lead, though, under 2 minutes left. It might be too little too late for La Racaille. Oh, my, Tipsy.
I don't know. It wouldn't be a Beast of the East final with you and I calling it and it not coming down to the last minute.
That's right. Speaking of just derby synchronicity, it was in that 2011 final, Surgical Strike, interestingly enough, fouled out of the game for the Slaughter Daughters. Of course, she went on to transfer to Montreal and play for this very same La Racaille team. Of course, now a member of the New Skids on the Block.
And playing a big role on that team, if I'm not mistaken.
Big role. So we've got a minute and 30 seconds left. I can barely hear myself.
Georgia W. Tush is riding the slaughter melon. Trying to pump up this Montreal crowd. Not that they need any more help.
No, it is loud in here. All right, we are back underway, and it looks like a timeout is going to be called by the Slaughter Daughters. Coach Adam wants to make some adjustments.
Wants to swap up jammers. He wants to put Soul Wrecker on there.
There's one skater in the box. I believe, is that Eastern Blocker?
Eastern Blocker likely serving Sister Disaster's penalty.
The referees are conferring here now in the middle of the track.
I think on a tight game like this, if you're going into what could very well possibly be the last jam of the game, you want to make sure that all your I's are dotted and all your T's are crossed, so that when you have no indecision at the end of the game.
So it will be a slight advantage for La Racaille when this jam gets back underway. Number 420 in the green is Meliwana. Out to jam for La Racaille. Number 55, Soul Wrecker. She was the jammer in that last jam in 2011. She was the one who picked up those 17 points that allowed the Slaughter Daughters to win their sole Beast of the East title. And boy, this crowd is so into this game. They have not stopped for the last 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, it's good, though. You have a Montreal team in the final of the Beast of the East, which did not happen last year, so they're happy to welcome back the home team crowd to the finals of this very competitive tournament.
Holy crap! We're back underway. Meliwana at the front of the pack. She slips by Annihilate on the outside. The big block. Puts a big hit! Forcing her back in, and Meliwana through as your lead jammer.
Soul Wrecker, one body to beat. She's just got to keep pace with Meliwana.
1 minute now left on the game clock. Meliwana coming up to her scoring pass. They're going to have to score quickly and call this off, get a timeout, try and get a few more jams back in this one. Oh, nice hit! Oh!
And
Cutting major, yes, that's the game.
Took a couple seconds to call it. I think they're assessing a penalty on the pack player as well, so it took a second for the call to be made by the referee. This should effectively be the game, so long as Soul Wrecker can keep herself moving smoothly and cleanly and not free up the La Racaille jammer.
All she needs to do.
This is going to the end of this tournament.
You know, there was some boos coming up from the crowd, but that was very clearly a cut. Both you and I think, caught our voices as we were about to say it. Took just Mo a few minutes, the jammer ref, to make that call. But again, like you said, he was actually assessing a penalty on a blocker as well. So 2 penalties being called there. And Solrecker, all she needs to do is skate out this one.
5
seconds. 4, 2, 1. Time has expired on the clock. The Slaughter Daughters will be crowned the 2013 Beast of the East champions.
I'm not sure what she's doing here, but Solrecker wants to skate this out for the full duration of the jam. Oh, no one could call this off. My bad on that. Yeah. She's not the lead jammer.
That's right. It was Meliwana who was the lead jammer, so 13 seconds now. But it's just a matter of time as the Slaughter Daughters have secured this victory. 4 seconds remaining. Game over. Slaughter Daughters. Tipsy McStaggers.
Beast of the East champions. In a dynamic final. Absolutely dynamic final.
Slaughter Daughters are now the first ever 2-time Beast of the East champions in their 3rd consecutive final. There are no questions left. This is clearly the top House League team in Eastern Canada, if not in the whole country right now. What an amazing game.
They'll be taking home the Tommy Toxic Trophy.
And it's now official.
Yep, about to take their victory lap. And it was not an easy road for any team to make it to this final.
It was definitely not. Wow, sometimes you forget the quality of Derby was so high in that last game that these are 2 House League teams.
Yep.
Of course, many members of the WFTDA Rideau Valley Vixens on the Slaughter Daughters team, but at the same time, Meliwana, WFTDA New Skids on the Block skater on Racaille, other skaters like Nameless Horror who've been on that team. There's a ton of Sexpos. Yep. This was really high-level roller derby and well-earned by the Slaughter Daughters.
And here comes Racaille taking their victory lap, getting a lot of love from the Montreal locals. Well-deserved love from the Montreal locals.
This is the first placement for a Montreal team since 2010. So it's been a long time coming for Montreal to fight their way back to the top of this tournament.
Are we going? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you followed along the duration of this entire tournament, you've been treated to some amazing games, some dramatic affairs, but overall, just some really good roller derby. And if you also watched all the games, you are a marathon runner.
28 games. It has been over 2 days. And when it all comes down to it, one team remains, and that is your Slaughter Daughters. Congratulations to the Rideau Valley Roller Girls on another win here at the Beast of the East.
I got to tell you, Nerd, one of my favorite reasons about roller derby tournaments, you don't get this kind of environment in other sporting events.
No.
Where at the end of a very, very difficult tournament does it turn into a massive on-track dance party.
Led by the Death Track Dolls, who are out there to collect their 3rd place trophy, and they are dancing hard.
Yeah, this is an amazing sense of community here. For those of you involved in the roller derby community, tip yourselves a drink, pat yourselves on the back, and say thank you very much to Canuck Derby TV for bringing this wonderful boutcast into your homes.
That's right. Let's take this final opportunity before we go to thank our sponsors. Of course, Holy Crap Cereal. Boutcasting of roller derby in Canada would not be the same without them. A huge thank you to Holy Crap, the world's most amazing breakfast cereal. Also, of course, a big thank you to Georgia W. Tush's Neon Skates. She has been a supporter of Canuck Derby TV from the start. And AMJ Productions, wherever you are, AJ, thank you very much. Hope you're tuning into this one and you have watched your work come to fruition. What a tournament.
And everybody remember at home, be like Peggy. Click and donate. Make sure that next year Beast of the East is still brought to you for free by the good people at Canuck Derby TV.
And a big thank you, I think, is in order for the voice from above, the good doctor, Johnny Capote. He has been headlining Canuck Derby TV for the last 4 years. I was there by his side when we boutcast the first ever Canadian boutcast, and it was here at the Beast of the East in 2010. And he has been at the center of it all since then. Big thanks to our crew all weekend too, El Kaboom, the legendary El Kaboom on the cameras, a former member of Les Contrabanditas. Skinsy, thank you. Also Mega Boosh, Olivier, Skanky, and Honey Boom Boom. Big thanks to Pascal, who's been our runner all weekend. Stacy, Betty Bad Touch is her derby name. She's been feeding us holy crap cereal all weekend. Alex and Jason for the tech support and the chat board. And of course, Mr. Force himself, Layer 9, also for his tech support.
Well, on behalf of myself, Tipsy McStaggers, and the Derby Nerd, and all the wonderful boutcasters that have come around and brought you this action, just like to say thank you again for watching. We're going to sign off now, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday afternoon.
That's right. We're going to send it down trackside to Plastic Patrick for the awarding of the trophies. Again, I'm the Derby Nerd. Thank you for watching.
Nothing without our reps, our NSOs, our DJs, our announcers, and our volunteers. Now, merci à tous les bénévoles de Vis-a-Vis. And merci aussi, thank you also to Canuck Derby TV for broadcasting this roller derby free of charge all over the world. We are shining, ladies. Évidemment, our top three teams, starting with number 3. Let's go now, trophy. Do we have a trophy for number 3? J'aimerais inviter third place winner from Toronto Roller Derby, the Death Trap Dogs! Death Trap Dogs, here is the most beautiful trophy you'll ever win. En deuxième place, taking second place, de Montréal, la Racaille! Now before I introduce the winning team, I would like to announce the MVPs for the final game. Et pour la Racaille, the MVP is Melly One. Thank you, holy crap. Et finalement, l'équipe gagnante de Beast of the East, the winner of Beast of the East 2013, a trophy by Tommy Toxic, goes to the Slaughter Daughters of Racaille. Thank you everyone, thank you skaters for making Beast of the East a fantastic event. Merci à tous les patineurs, à toutes les équipes. Thank you to the spectators, and we'll see you next year. On vous reviendra à Beast of the East 2014. Bonsoir. I think we should do a group shot. La Racaille, Slaughter Daughters, and Ben Triangles. Let's do a big ass group shot. Come on, Ben Triangles, get into the group shot. And if you just can't get enough of Beast of the East, the Royal Phoenix is offering drink specials right now and karaoke at 9 o'clock. Royal Phoenix, baby.
That's not true.
It's not just about the shorts. It's about inspiring others. It's about having fun and making new friends. It's about getting hit down and getting back up again. It's about being a team. Pivot Star. It's about roller derby.